Можете въебать, блядь, как меня заебал. С кем не бывает. Да, да, ну понятно. Хуйня, это жизнь, это жизнь. Без упрека, без фальши. Да, да, спасешь меня. Обязательно, обязательно. Все, все. Хуя, блядь. Разбирается, что трохи. Хуяно, блядь. Да, блядь. Можно тебя... Что это такое, блядь? Давай, блядь. О, платиновый, так нормально. Бля, я думал, ты какая-то кружка, на. До свидания, блядь. Давай трохи поработаем, блядь. За бусты. Здорово. Приходите после полудня. Хуя, вы что, один раз в день едите? Блядь, бать далеко сено носить. Там было в лагере ближе, блядь. Кто сено косит, блядь? Откуда они берутся? Или вы пиздите? Плюс 5. Нормально. Плюс репутация. Нормально. О! Дай ведра, блядь. Наполните ведро водой. Ёбаный в рот. Согласен. Хуя кто-то, блядь, трава рубанит. О, кстати, а где вы в прошлый раз воду брали? Тут-то возле реки.
It's funny, us ending up down here. My daddy died in the field in Pennsylvania, fighting this.
Хотел воды набрать.
I ever tell you that?
Настя набрал
Many
воды.
times. I see I'm boring you, Arthur. Worrying me. We lost men back there. We have lofty goals, Arthur. We're trying to reform society to a kinder, truer, better way. Now, of course, there's gonna be casualties. We're thieves in a world that don't want us no more. We are dreamers in an ever duller world of facts. Now, I'll give you that, but come on.
Хуй мне за тобой идти, блядь. Да я лучше там, блядь, воды наберу, блядь. ДЦП, блядь. Да я не хочу. Хуя баги пошли. Лол, артефакты. Игровые. Не видеокарты.
Hey, old girl, come on down here. Why don't you show us this creek you've been pissing in? Hey, you don't look too rosy, old friend. I thought this warmer weather would...
My days are looking good along over Dutch.
Блять, мы на миссию. Я могу отказаться от этой миссии? Ебать. Блять, я воды шел набрать, блять. Что это за хуйня?
In front of you. Yeah, okay. Why don't we just fish here? There's a whole lake of them. Because I need to get out for a bit. Me and the old guard. Before any of them back there, oh, there was us.
The curious couple and their unruly son.
It feels good here. You did well finding that spot, Arthur. More Charles than me. It's like I can breathe again. thick and soupy as this air is. Might even do your whistling pipes some good, Hosea.
I was once in this country with Bessie. Ah, feels like a lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago. But what a life we have lived, how well we have fought, especially both of you.
I hope so.
But now, when things are desperate, we have to stick with the plan. Make enough money, then find somewhere where nobody will find us. Where we don't have to hide.
Like where?
I got some ideas hatching, but I need you with me, not against me. Both of you.
Of course.
Still, we do need money. So keep a low profile. After Valentine, I want everyone on best behavior here. No trouble. But start turning over the soil and the rocks. See what turns up.
Dutch, we've got to be discreet.
Imagine what a slew of rich simpletons there must be down here. Oh, this is perfect for you, Hosea. You'll be able to play them like a fiddle.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, but
No buts. Not today. We fish and we enjoy the day. Looks like law up ahead. Play it cool. Whoa.
Huh? Get!
Hello, gentlemen. Well, look what the cat drug in.
I seem to have gotten myself in a spot of bother.
Quiet back there.
Let's see if we can't sort this out. How are you, boys?
Fine.
This is quite some country you have here.
We like it well enough.
Hoagie McIntosh, at your service.
Lee Gray. This is my deputy Archibald McGregor.
It is good to meet
Я
you.
бы мама Грегор.
You a Scot?
Partly. The best part.
Of course.
Now, tell me, sir, what did the silly, fancy fop back there do? Nothing too terrible, I trust.
He was accused of running a gold mining investment scam.
Oh, no. I'm sure he wasn't. He is a magician. I know him. He's a fool, but he is not a bad fellow. Now, can we just...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shit! The Anderson boys! I can't have more scandal!
Well, allow us to help, my friend. Arthur,
Chase wanted man.
and take Archibald with you.
Just what I signed up for. Come on, big guy.
Perhaps we can discuss the foolish magician.
Let's go after that train. Keep your guns holstered. We need them Anderson boys alive. Come on, hurry.
All right.
Come on, we're losing them.
Will you relax? We're not losing them.
Faster, come on. What's your name, sir?
Arthur Callahan.
Faster, Mr. Callahan, please. My neck is on
Callahan?
the line here.
I get it. I'm doing my best.
Pull me up.
Looks like the son of a bitch is gonna make it. You sure I can't just shoot him?
No, did I not say that?
You said plenty.
Get a move on. Ooh, that must have hurt.
Мат
Leave him,
раздрал.
stay with that train. The train is slowing down to go through the station. Now's our chance. See if you can get alongside the train. See the flat carriage? Head for that. Get us as close as you can. You think you can jump on there?
Me? Why me?
Because you ride like my grandmother.
You are something else. You cop bastard. I didn't do nothing. Arrest me now. Get off.
Go on, don't lose them.
You hold it right there. me go.
Can't do that.
Need some gin? Come on. Just don't kill him.
Are you sure?
Sadly so. I don't think I can open the door from the outside, unfortunately. Try at least. Tempting as it might be, do not kill him.
До свидания.
Hello? Is everything all right in there?
Well, I don't think he's dead. I think I won the fight. Just about.
Ну да, сосалище набили.
Bring him out here.
Deputy,
Sounded like quite a commotion. Is that him?
I sincerely hope so.
Old Anders Anderson.
So what now?
Take him in, come on. A fine job, well done. And a
Well
pat
done.
on the back for me for stopping the train. Load Anders onto the back of your horse there, and
Головой
we'll take him
окуни
to
его.
Sheriff Gray. There you go. You are a natural. Let's go then. All right, let's take him in. Follow me.
What about the others?
Oh, we'll round them up. Anders back there is the brains of the operation, and that's really
В
saying
смысле,
something.
такого возьми других вон там на поезде.
That was mighty impressive,
Да.
sir. I have to admit. I'd hazard a
Это
guess
что,
you served
Россия
the law
или что?
yourself at some point.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
Эй, знакомый
On your
наизусть
right
уже.
here, these tobacco fields. This is part of Caliga Hall, big estate belonging to the Gray families.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell you. The Grays have lived in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people.
Fine
My
people.
family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's the one I know best, of course, but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Rhodes, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the Braithwaites.
Like I said, I just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They have an estate west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been fighting with the Grays for as long as I can remember.
Sounds like quite the place you got here.
We're gonna bear left here.
Не могут парить, блядь, вот озеро, вот плантации, 2 метра. Сори, блядь. Да дачу, пидор. Не указ, блядь.
Whoa.
Лошадка лежит.
Here we are. Welcome to Rhodes. Up there on your left is the Rhodes Parlor House. Very
public
reputable
house.
saloon owned by the Gray family. We also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of
Пост
course.
офис.
What more do you need?
Oh, good. They're back.
Старочка.
And that's your friend, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We're gonna stop just
Ну
ahead
что,
on
Димас?
the right, outside the sheriff's office. Can you grab Anders off your horse and carry him in for me? Just bring him here.
Hey, fellas.
Феллес.
Do you know what I
Mr. Gray!
We got him. Very good.
I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here?
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
I promise you, this was all just a big misunderstanding. However, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good citizens of Rhodes, we welcome you.
Well, we're just honored to be here.
To make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone sadly to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible. Come along now. I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon.
Не, в
Excuse
этом
me,
штате разыскивают,
gentlemen.
блядь.
Bo, these better
Шериф не
be
знает,
ugly
сори.
rumors. Is it true you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope Braithwaite?
I can't thank you enough. Where
Кто
have
это
you
вообще?
been?
Не помню кого.
Around?
And where you staying?
I'm renting a caravan on the edge of
Кто это,
town
блядь?
behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and Braithwaite's.
Interesting.
Two old plantation houses, falling out of rebel gold, and marrying cousins, or not marrying.
Arthur, Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that.
I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty.
There's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take a month to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport.
Well, they're good bounties.
Where you hear this?
Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super agents of some sort.
Super agents. I'd love to meet one. It's just talk.
I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you.
Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, gentlemen.
И растворился.
Okay, so these two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend, Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Quite a fishing trip.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
Sure, why not?
Great. Hosea, why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? Kinda like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement.
О,
Tina found herself a necklace in Jim's pocket.
Димаса
All
конфа.
right, gentlemen. Follow me.
Здорово.
Well, hell, you don't say.
Ля какая, блядь. Это один канал, это второй.
Are you coming or not?
Основной, блядь.
Easy.
Mount up. Let's go.
Ну, теперь получше.
Hey, out of the way. I'm on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
So how far is this creek?
It's a bit of a ride still, and it's not a creek. It's the same lake we camped on, just a different part. It'll be worth it. I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we are now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
Trelawney's like a bad penny.
I'm not sure how good a magician he is, but he's certainly good at disappearing when he feels like it.
Where does he go?
Everywhere and nowhere, it seems. We wouldn't have got Sean back if he hadn't been weaseling around down that way, though.
Hey, Dutch, remember that time you found him in the outhouse?
Oh, yeah. We hadn't seen him in weeks. We stopped in some dead-end town in the middle of nowhere. Don't even remember the name.
You and Bill were off doing something, Arthur.
So, we pick up some supplies. I go to relieve myself. Open the door, and there's Trelawney, sitting there, newspaper in hand. Mr. Vanderlyn. I say, what the hell are you doing here? And he said, I could ask you the same thing.
Now, if you wouldn't mind giving me a little privacy, I ate a rotten oyster.
Hey, maybe there are actually 100 Trelawneys.
What a terrible thought.
Watch out! So, you're going back to see that Sheriff Gray?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They don't know who we are down here.
He didn't seem the sharpest in tacks. Neither did that deputy.
If he thinks we can be useful to him, he can certainly be useful to us. A little hiding in plain sight.
I feel like we're always hiding in plain sight.
This is the spot. Down to the left there.
Whoa! Oh!
I saw some boats around last time. Be good to get to deeper water.
Hey, those the boats you mean?
Yes. Good. I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come on.
Я уже одну позаимствовал. Ти петушня, блядь. ДЦП.
Ну шо, блядь, ты рыбач давай. Заебали твои пострелушки уже.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
I got a good feeling about fishing here. There's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon.
О,
Here we go.
Изи.
Let me
Удочки
You
взяли.
boys are too old for real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
I enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
But what about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do too. Keep going. I think here's good.
All right. Good
Кто знал?
luck, gentlemen.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We
Сейчас
should
закат
use a
скоро.
lake lure. That'll give us a much better chance of hook something big like a sturgeon.
What's wrong with good old worm?
Oh, worms are good for tiddlers like bluegill and rock bass, but you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur.
а ну давай.
Keep the lure moving
Ой.
slowly on the water so it
ДЦП
looks like
всю
a
рыбу
little
распугал.
fish just
В лодку
asking.
закидывай. За ухо зацепи.
Да, какой здорово прыгает.
Are you trying to make your
Что там,
lure
водила
look like
нахуй,
a dead fish?
брыкает?
They won't be interested if it ain't moving.
Мозги ебут.
You got something biting, Arthur.
Блять, лайф.
I think that's a bite. There, hooked him. Come on, Arthur. You can't go back empty-handed. Arthur's got a bite.
You hooked him?
Сильные полкило.
Смотри, какая присыпка плывет. Сейчас укусит. О, смотри, этот чел, который ловил снизу, видишь, плавает.
Угу.
На мувик.
Okay, that was a bite.
Сюда, хохол.
Hey,
Ля
look
какой
at this
хохол.
beauty.
There you go.
Ля
Well
какой
done,
ля,
Arthur.
ля,
They
ля.
can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella told me he
Ка-
once
о,
saw
Давай
a
быстрее
monster
закидывай
lake
нахуй.
sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of St.
Плюс
Denis.
22.
50-pounder, he reckoned.
Так, подожди, у меня уже плюс 22, у меня уже максималочка. А, не максималочка.
Игорь Петрович, не могли бы вы все-таки набрать, пожалуйста...
Игорь Петрович, не мог
I
бы вы,
would like
блядь,
to see
сходить куда-нибудь?
that. There he is. Hey, Hosea,
Ну там много.
you remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing?
Бля, не туда
Came back
закинул
with
абсолютно.
3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
Ля
I don't
какого
think I
словил?
do.
Oh, yeah, you do. He was maybe 20.
Я извиняюсь.
21. Walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast. Toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Далеко закидывать невыгодно.
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
Nice, you hooked him.
There we go. I used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We'd go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
Remember those big salmon I caught in Montana last year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed a lot.
You
Ля
never
какой.
had control of
Форелечка.
that dog.
Yeah,
Саша,
it's
это
the
ты,
spirit,
форелечка.
though.
Форелечка
Never
купается
lost
в
the puppy
фонтане.
in him, right to the end.
You know,
Охуел
I
ты, блядь,
remember
говно.
us saying how Blackwater was the furthest east we'd ever been. As a group, I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the further east we
А где
end
все
up.
торбы?
We had all those safe spots picked
В
out
другую
to
сторону
lie
кинь.
low in New Austin
Я не могу,
after the
блядь.
ferry job.
I liked it there. Still open and wide, the way it should be. Somehow
Все,
the
разрешение на
desert
выезд
makes you
вам есть.
feel closer to the sky.
Значит,
No
дальнейшее
point
ваше
us
куда?
trying to get back that way
В
anytime
общем,
soon.
да. Можете
Pinkertons
сразу
have
напрямую,
patrols out all
да,
over
на
tall
маршрут
trees and
162,
great plains. We saw
можете
them when we went
добраться
back
на
for
меня.
Sean.
Я значит,
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans change.
ТЦП,
That's
блядь.
just how life goes.
Не доезжает ни по правой стороне.
Did I ever tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and I didn't always see eye to eye. I wasn't always a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh. That's on the hook, Arthur.
Ha! Got ya!
Кто там буянит?
There you go. That's a nice one.
Хуйня. Форелечка.
So kind, Arthur.
О, все, ее опять вытянул.
Да, то есть ты, получается, там оформил транзитку.
Что там было? Чем дальше замахнетесь, тем...
После этого, ну, да, после этого, ну, получается, там оформил транзитку, то, как бы, вот. И после этого, ну, можно будет выйти.
Андрюша, ты что, тупи?
Darcy.
Опять вытянул.
Что ты там делаешь?
You got a bite.
Just gotta reel him in now, Arthur.
Блять, а кто такая Лариса? Ну вот,
Такая Лариса.
машина уже оформлена, я позвонил в этот чат. Ну, позвони Ларисе, она там выйдет.
Эта гадюка заебала плавать здесь.
Она там кое-бога, не машину на улице.
Ей просто машину выгнать, нахуй она там не надо. Да пошел он нахуй, этот старый, блядь. Сейчас приехать, блядь, на машину, нахуй, перевернуть, блядь, на его рейлинге эти охуенные деревянные.
Алло, Лариса?
Not bad, Arthur.
Неважно.
Вот и выглядите так же. Ля какой его.
Бля.
Так, ты точком вдоль
Большеротый, как раз Салха.
Как Красоха и Димас. Ротоприемник.
Oh, Arthur's pleased with that one.
Ой, а это мне понравилось. Это деду понравилось. Так а где сётер? Я извиняюсь.
It looks like you got a bite, Arthur. Fish on the line, Arthur. Nicely done, Arthur.
Как Юра
Make
радужный.
sure you don't forget about that and let it rot in the bag.
Мгм.
You got a bite there, Arthur.
Now reel him in, Arthur.
Сгниет в мешке. У меня до этого не гнила. Что с этого момента начнет гнить?
No, you lost him. He got away.
He's gone,
Хера
Arthur.
себе.
Try again.
Ушла.
You're getting the hang of this. Yeah, that's a keeper.
Well done.
See? You don't kill everything.
Давай, давай, давай.
Hey, I reckon we call it a day, fellas.
Already?
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here. Pearson will be happy. Should we head back?
We could keep the boat not too far back to camp from here.
Good idea. Could be useful.
What about the horses?
They'll find their way back.
Just follow the shore south, Arthur.
That was fun. Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Okay. All right, I got one for you. I asked that gal to give me some.
I asked that gal to give me some. She says waiting till the taters is done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. Threw her on the floor and I knocked off some. I wish to God I'd passed her by. I wish to God I'd passed her by. Taters got burned and so did I. that was pretty good. But you know, what song we should be singing?
What?
Well, look at us. 3 mariners.
Ah, of course.
Well, we 3 poor mariners, we come from the seas. We spend our lives in
Ну что ты,
jeopardy while
словил?
others live at ease. Shall we go dance this round, round, round? Shall we go dance this round, round, round? And that is a bully boy, come pledge me on this round, 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 round. We some that do our states disdain, but we care for the merchantmen who do our states maintain. To them we dance this round, around, around. To them we dance this round, around, around. And he that is a bully boy, come pledge me on this ground, 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 ground. Oh, bravo! Bravo! You know, we should not let the folks back at camp think that we have too much fun.
Indeed not.
All right. I think well, I mean, we're gonna be okay. I know. I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine. This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Well, I am going to take in the view.
I'll give these fish to Pearson.
You know, I think I've heard enough of your opinion. Yeah, now make yourself useful. And the first part of you...